Welcome back, everyone. And we're live on Facebook, so I want to say hi to everybody out there. Like us, follow us. We're going to be sharing the show. People absolutely love these Facebook things because it's the wave of the future. You know, it's just fun, too. Everybody loves them. Now, my next guest has been on my show once before. I have with me Thomas Schultz, and he is the owner. He's the managing partner of azmedicare101.org and Lyfe Advisors with an S.
With a Y.
Well, the S at the end, Lyfe is Lyfe.
There you go.
You are the hardest working man I know. You have to tell everybody, first of all, a little bit about yourself and what you guys do. Listen up, everyone. These are going to be free for you guys out there to hear about what we're talking about now and where you can go. So welcome back to the show.
Well, first of all, Carol, thank you for having us back. We really, really are appreciative to be back. Very excited for you two as well in your new television program.
Thank you very much. I hope you're on it someday.
Channel 7 on AZTV. You need to go check it out.
Thank
you. What you do for local businesses here in Arizona is a fantastic thing.
Thank you.
Always putting the voice to them. Now you're putting a face. It just takes it to a whole nother level.
Thanks again.
And also, before we get to that, I just got a special birthday shout out to my wife. Her birthday is today. So if you're listening, I love you, Corlin, and happy birthday. Now, I've learned a long time ago never to give away a woman's age, right? So I'm not going to mention how old she is, but she looks fantastic. She looks like she's 15 or 20 years younger than she really is, and I couldn't be happier or be more blessed to have someone like you in my life. So 10 years we're going to be celebrating this year for our
What's
marriage.
Her name?
Her name is Corlin.
Corlin, if you're listening, like us right now. We're going to share that after the show with thousands and thousands of people.
If you're driving, don't like us, okay? Don't do that. But,
yeah, you could like us. Everybody does it, so go ahead.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about you and kind of what you do and what makes you different than other people out there.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of companies out there that kind of do what we do, Carol, but we try to differentiate ourselves by doing a little bit more than just the average status quo, right? So our first primary focus that we do for all of the clients throughout the Valley is we teach Medicare workshops, and we do this pretty much primarily in libraries. We do it scattered out throughout the entire Valley, and our goal and objective when clients come to us for those Medicare workshops is to really understand the ins and outs of what Medicare is all about, right? They get tons of mail. It starts coming in earlier and earlier every single year as people turn 65, and it can really be overwhelming and confusing for most. Something that a lot of people procrastinate, right?
I don't know about anybody. I'm not even 65,
You're already
and I get
mail,
it all
right?
the mail.
Yeah, exactly. AARP's already got you,
All
right?
the time.
They're already on it, right? But so we try to really simplify that and make it a little bit easier for people to understand, a little less stressful, right? And there are a lot of options out there when it comes to the different things that you can do with your Medicare. So really just trying to provide a program that can just streamline that for people and really help it make it basic and understandable is our fundamental foundation. But Medicare is not the only thing we do. We also do full-fledged financial planning, and we truly feel that the backbone to a successful financial plan starts with healthcare. It starts with the planning, right? Anything that could bankrupt someone in the future, usually it's going to result around something in regards to healthcare, whether it's long-term care, whether it's medical, hospital costs, whatever it is. So before we even get to that big financial planning tool, we always try to solve the healthcare needs first.
Well, I got to tell you, you've got workshops, educational workshops that they're free,
That's
and
correct.
they are everywhere starting this month.
Yeah, so
Listen up, everyone. They're free, and they're like, you could check them out on their website and see there's going to be a place near you for you to check it out.
Yeah, so every month we do our absolute best to try to be all throughout the Valley. In the summer months, of course, it's a little bit slower because we've got a lot of snowbirds here in Arizona. But starting here in the month of August, our first workshop starts up actually this Thursday, and it's going to be in Fountain Hills, Arizona at the Fountain Hills Library. And we go throughout the Southeast Valley, so Chandler, Mesa, Gilbert, Tempe, all throughout the rest of the month of August. And starting back up in the month of September, we're right back to that west side of town, so in Peoria, Glendale, Sun City, and then all back through Scottsdale, Phoenix, the whole 9 yards. Just keep the cycle repeating.
Now, the website to go to check it out is azmedicare101.org. And you can also, do you guys do free consultations at where you're at, where you can talk to people and kind of tell them where you're going to be and this and that?
Yes, we do. And typically the way the process works, because Medicare is so confusing and it's usually the first step for us, we actually prefer people to come to our workshops because we can give a lot of the basic information in a group setting. That way, when we meet with people one-on-one, it can really be personalized and specialized to what those individuals' needs and concerns are. So we would always ask people, first and foremost, if you want to find out about Medicare, whether it's something you're just starting or something you've been on for a while, go check us out on our website, once again, at azmedicare101.org, or you can give us a call anytime at 405-8444, and we've always got someone there to be able to answer any question or concern that you could possibly have.
Now, their seats are limited, so you want to make sure you reserve your seat today as soon as you can because they fill up pretty fast.
They do, and once again, what differentiates us from our competition is we don't like to do things in massive volume. So if you've been to a Medicare workshop before, you're thinking about going to one, what you would find typically is there's a room full of maybe 20, 30 people, and sometimes that can seem a little overwhelming. It can almost feel like a herd in a big cattle, right? So what we try to do is limit the amount of people that come to our workshops. We put a hard cap number on them of 10. So if there's 10 people assigned to one particular workshop, we won't add any more because we want you to be able to ask questions that are specific to your circumstance and feel like you got true value for your buck when you came.
But you almost do these twice a week.
Almost, yeah. It depends on where we're at. So we believe in giving the even the working folk that are still going into Medicare or already on Medicare the opportunity to learn, right? So we always do a workshop usually at every location, either sometime in the middle of the day and then later on in the evening for those people that are still working and are going on to Medicare.
Well, I want to say a lot of people that are listening, I know that we have October is a big month for Medicare, right? It's a big month for that. But people turning 65 every single day, all day long.
Every day.
There's somebody turning 65, and you need to know what the process is because if you don't, you can make some huge mistakes. Now, you're not somebody that just, you start off with what their needs are for Medicare. You're all about bridging financial advice with health care.
Correct.
Am I correct?
Correct. 100% correct. And just like what you said, Carol, most advisors, most insurance agents, especially here throughout the Valley, they focus on that time of the year, that annual enrollment period, October. But we believe Medicare is a year-long thing, right? Our business model never changes. We don't really change our marketing pitch or we don't go in a different direction because every single day, just like you said, someone's turning 65. So our ultimate goal and objective is to help a client when they first turn into Medicare to stay on it and to be able to advise them throughout that process for the remainder of their life.
Now, I know that we're talking Medicare, but you're a financial advisor. We want to talk about that too, that you work with people that are, as low as they might have $5K, right?
Yep.
Or they might even have $500K. I mean, it just depends. You work with, again, almost anybody.
Yeah, we're more, to be honest with you, we're probably more the blue-collar advisor. So as you'll find, there's a lot of advisors or a lot of companies out there that say, hey, you've got to have X number of dollars before we'll sit down and talk to you. And we believe everybody should be treated fairly and equally. So we've always been a big proponent of working with people that, even if they've only got $5,000 to their name, right? That $5,000, it's the most important thing to them in their entire lives. So our job as a fiduciary, my job as a principal is to make sure that no matter what we do, we always give them the most complete and unobjective advice possible to make sure that they're doing the best thing with their financials.
Now, you could check them out on their website. It's azmedicare101.org. The list goes on and on. They are here to educate. That's what you're all about. It's these educational, they're a 1-hour presentation. What happens when they're there? What's that presentation sort of look like to them?
Yeah, so we kind of start at the top, and it's kind of like a funnel, right? So we start off at the most basic point, what your options are when it comes to Medicare in its most basic and original form, and then really streamline it down to what 2 or 3 options could be, which most people kind of face. So fortunately for us here in the great Maricopa County of Arizona, about 86% of folks usually fall into one of 2 buckets when it goes to Medicare. So they're either going to be on the Medicare supplement side or they're going to be on the Medicare Advantage side. So we really talk about, and just in broad generalities about those 2 areas, what the different options are, what the differences are, the pros and cons of both. We don't really care which direction clients go. We want them to go in the best direction for them and their family.
Now, when they reserve these spots, how far in advance should they be calling?
Well, we usually send out our information to them in the mail, usually about 2.5 weeks in advance. We typically start to get people to reserve about 2.5 weeks in advance too as well. The good news is that even if they've reserved that far in advance, they'll always get great customer service from us and get a follow-up call prior to the workshop.
Now, you want to check them out on their website. It's azmedicare101.org. Make sure you do .org. Their phone number to call, it's 480-405-8444. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about how you bridge this more together with the financial side of things and what a fiduciary really is. Again, you could check them out on their website. It is azmedicare101.org.
If I traded it all, if
Welcome back, everyone. And we are talking with Thomas Schultz, and he's the managing partner of azmedicare101.org. We've been talking a little bit about you. You're a financial advisor, but you actually bridge everything off of really the healthcare end part of it.
Correct. Yeah. So once again, financial advisors or most companies here in the Valley that deal with financial planning, when it comes to healthcare, it's like a foreign language, right? Like they don't want to touch it. They don't want to know anything about it because it's just two complete different worlds. But once again, we believe that the foundation to a successful financial plan all starts with healthcare, whether it be in the Medicare planning sector, whether it be in under 65 health insurance, or even whether it's in long-term care too as well.
I'm glad you brought that up because here we've been talking about Medicare, so they think that you're focused on older people. But that can't be the case because I'm assuming that you help almost anyone who, wants to start putting that money together to start making their financial plans. Am I correct on that?
That is correct, yeah. And I would say our target demographic is probably people that are about 52 and above. So that probably makes up about 99% of our clients. And probably the remaining 1% are those children of those clients or those grandchildren of those clients. But we help people throughout all age ranges. But instead of trying to be a Jack or Jill of all trades, we prefer to really focus in on one area of concern, and that's that demographic of people that are either reaching retirement or about to retire.
So, but I want to put out that other website too, because I want people to understand they're here promoting these seminars that they're doing, but you might also want to check them out on Lyfe, Lyfe, advisors with an S.com.
That's correct.
Because there might be some information. Do they bridge together too?
They do, yeah.
Okay,
and all our Medicare workshop information is on that website too as well. Lyfe Advisors is our local financial planning firm. So that's all the advisors here in the local Maricopa County area that are a part of our group that not only help people when it comes to Medicare, but they also help them with full-fledged financial planning.
Okay, now you want to talk a little bit more about the Medicare educational workshops that you're having. They're starting this week? This Thursday. This Thursday they're starting. Do you have room, do you think? And
we do. There's a few of them that are already full, so 3 or 4 of them have already maxed capacity, but there still is room in some. We'd love to be able to see you out there. All you've got to do to go sign up is give us a call at 480-405-8444, or you can go directly to our website and self-sign up, and that's at www.azmedicare101.org. Either way, if you call the number, you get to possibly speak to me or possibly speak to one of our fabulous associates. If you go online, then you don't get to talk to us. So we always like people to call, so we make sure they get signed up for the right workshop.
And on here you have that this is an educational event that no plan specific information and benefits will be discussed. So it's really not about, they think you're reeling them in kind of thing. And that's what you're saying. Am I correct?
That's correct. No
Okay.
sales involved in this. I mean, when it comes to Medicare, we operate just the same as we do from a financial planning standpoint. We consider ourselves fiduciaries in that area. And we are completely open architecture. So we offer every single product available in the county, whether you live in Maricopa, whether you live in Pinal, wherever you live, we've got every single product available. And the ultimate goal is to make sure, once again, that the right product that you end up selecting is the absolute best product for you. We don't care which company it is. It's all based on your goals, needs, and objectives. So at this workshop, there is no specific information. There is no swayed presentation towards one company over another. We really just lay out the facts across the board for everything.
Again, you could check it out on their website. It is azmedicare101.org. Make sure you put in .org. You can also call them. Seats are limited. That phone number to call, it's 480-405-8444. They're starting this Thursday. This one is going to be in Fountain Hills. They're done in libraries generally, and there's usually about 10 people, so it's very intimate setting where you're going to really get one-on-one. It sounds almost like 101 when you only have 10 people in there. Information from somebody who really knows.
That's correct. And that's the whole point, once again, is limiting the amount of people so you can really ask detailed questions about your specific needs. When it's real large groups, it's hard. You don't get the opportunity to raise your hand, or if you do try to ask a question, they always tell you to hold it to the end, and then they never get to you, right? Because they're so busy. So we want to continue to ask those questions as we move through the presentation. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than an hour, especially if we get a lot of people in the room that are asking a lot of questions, but what we typically find is more than likely you're going to come out of that workshop knowing a heck of a lot more about Medicare and your options than you did before you came in.
Now tell them where else that you're going to be having them, because they're all over the place.
Yep. So for the remaining part of August, we're going to be, like I said, again, in Fountain Hills in the southeast part of the valley. So Mesa Dobson Ranch Library, Mesa Main Library, Mesa Red Mountain Library. We're actually going to be there 3 different times. And then we go on down to Chandler Sunset, downtown Chandler, and Chandler Hamilton Library, finishing up the rest of the month in Tempe at the Tempe Ironwood Library and at the Tempe Pile Recreation Center. So if you need to know about Medicare and you live in the Southeast Valley, we've probably got a workshop that you can make. And like I said earlier, most of them have 2 different times at those locations. So most of them are going to have an option in the middle of the day if you are retired, or if you're still working, there's going to be an option later on in the evening so you can come after you get off work.
Well, I want to ask you, you said I can ask you anything.
Anything you want.
I'm going to ask you a couple of other things. Do you do other workshops for the other areas of your business than just the Medicare? Do you do other workshops?
That is a great question, and yes,
That's
we
why
do.
I'm so good at what I do.
Yes, we do, right? So we do workshops for financial planning too as well, for legacy planning, and for college planning for grandchildren. So a lot of our clients, being 65 and older, typically they have quite a few grandchildren, and their number one goal and objective is to figure out how to help those grandkids get to pay for college, right? Because as college, as we know, it continues to get more and more expensive every single year, and there's only so much money you can save, and there's only so much hope you can put into qualifying for a full-fledged scholarship or financial aid, right? So we teach workshops specifically for those grandparents to help fund and aid in the help of their children's children, to make sure that when their grandkids do reach that college age, they've got options, they've got choices, and they can go to the college that they truly wish to go to.
So is that information up on your website?
Yep, that's going to be on lifeadvisors.com. Once again, that's life spelt with a Y. So you're going to be able to find that. You just go to the workshops tab, and you'll see workshops not only for Medicare, but you'll see it for financial planning. You'll see it for legacy planning, college planning, and also long-term care planning as well.
That's Lyfe, Lyfe, advisors with an S.com. And I say that because, there are so many areas. It seems like you just are a plethora of information. Is that a good word to say?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm the plethora, right?
Well, you have a group.
Exactly. We believe in the power of teamwork, right?
Okay.
We truly believe that a client gets the best possible experience when they work with multiple advisors. So the way that we set up our system is where when you come and you become a client of ours, whether it's in healthcare, whether it's in financial planning, you're not just working with one advisor, but you've got a whole team surrounding you. So we've got experts in long-term care, experts in life insurance, experts in investments, experts in legacy planning, experts in annuities, whatever the case may be. There is a specific subject expert that's part of our team that is now part of your team when you become a client of Lyfe Advisors and azmedicare101.org.
What's it get to start up with you?
Say it again.
What does it take to start up with you? What do they do? What you want them to call you? Do a consultation with them? What areas do you like to? Well, how does it work?
Well, it's pretty simple, right? So they can go to our website, check us out, either lifeadvisors.com or azmedicare101.org. They can call either number, so they can call our main office line, which is 480-626-0296, or they can call our Medicare line, which is 480-405-8444. Either way will help. But the best way is just to go check us out online. We've got information on the website that they can just put in to be able to get some information back from us, to be able to start the process of a consultation possibly.
Your business is a very relationship-based
100%.
business, and so they got to get to know you.
Yep.
So do you feel like the best way is to start by calling you, kind of get out information from them as to where they're at in their life,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to probably one of the seminars? Yes, right now we're pushing Medicare. Medicare's around the corner, and how you actually start, obviously, with that as the foundation, the healthcare side of things. But is it to, obviously come to one of the seminars and kind of get to know you?
Yeah, this is a relationship business, and it all centers around that relationship. We believe in full-fledged honesty, trust, transparency. Fiduciary, once again, is our number one goal and objective in everything we do in any relationship that we have. The best way, obviously, is getting to know each other, right? It's hard to look at a website and know who someone is. It's hard to look at licenses and designations and to really understand who someone is. The best way is to talk to someone. So whether that's over the phone or whether that's in person, we want to just lay all that information out to people and show them exactly who we are, what we're all about and what we look forward in the relationship moving forward.
So you can call them direct. Their phone number is 480-626-0296. There's two different websites. You can go to Lyfe, Lyfe Advisors with an S.com, or you can also now check out them at azmedicare101.org. Now, again, for your final words, what would they be?
If you are in need of help with Medicare, please, 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 if you don't go to our workshop, go to somebody else's workshop, okay? Make sure you go get help. This is not a task or a subject that you want to take on your own. So whether that's help with us or that's help with someone else, please, for your own best interest, go out there and get help. That's the best thing for you, okay?
Check them out. It is at azmedicare101.org. Make sure you put in .org. You can go ahead and sign up. Seats are limited, but right now they've got a ton of these coming out for the whole month of August. You'll be doing more as well. They're free, so give them a call. The number is 480-405-8444 or azmedicare101.org.